Like, boobs in the 80s are like a staple. Like, movies in the 80s always had at least one nip, right?
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know where that timeline is, but if I did have a DeLorean and I had to go back and fix the future, I think I would fix that timeline to where we want more boobs
and less guns
and less violence.
Less violence. I don't need all this violence in movies now and no boobs.
Because
like,
everyone loves boobs.
Both.
Who doesn't love boobs?
Right. Who doesn't love boobs? I'd rather have boobs than guns, honestly.
Get you a man that can do both.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You got an arm with a gun on one end and a honker on the other. Honk honk. You know, it's a little thing.
Hello, last video store on the left. I see. Yeah, those are two different actors. Dermot Mulrooney and Dylan McDermott. Well, Dylan McDermott was in The Practice, In the Line of Fire, and American Horror Story, whereas Dermot Mulrooney was in My Best Friend's Wedding, Young Guns, and American Horror Story. I don't know. Well, one of them parts his hair on the left, the other parts his hair on the right. Yeah, I think it's possible that they're the same person. Well, I mean, you know, they're both white brunette men with 5 o'clock shadows, so. Okay. I'm glad I could help. See you later.
I don't think that helped at all. Like, that didn't help me at all. Like, that's a good question.
Some people get confused.
I can see it. It's like Bill Pullman and Bill Paxton.
It's like Lance Hendrickson and Peter Weller. They could be confused.
It's like Thomas Jane and Aaron
Eckhart. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
You, like, read my mind.
Yeah.
That is so crazy because all I could think of was Thomas Jane, and then when you said, I was like, oh my God, Aaron Eckhart, that's the one.
They're the same person.
They're the same person.
Hey, so you guys pulling in?
Oh, good morning, Mayor.
Morning. What's happening, my favorite people?
Just another day in paradise.
Paradise tastes like tequila.
Sometimes it does.
Hey, you want something out of the Mayor's magic bag?
Sure, Mayor. What's in the bag today?
Today's good concoction you got from my friend down the street. It's called McCarthy's and Coke. I call it McCoke.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
It's basically it's basically bourbon and Coke. McCarthy's is the name brand, and he gets fancy with it.
I love a good bourbon and Coke. McCarthy, Jack, you know,
Captain.
all those guys.
McCoke.
Captain.
Hey, I'm going to use your back room for a minute.
Okay, just make sure you flush this time.
Oh, I didn't realize. I'm sorry. All right.
Thanks, Mayor. Oh.
Well, that was fun.
He's such a treat.
He is.
Today's drink
This is
good.
actually a delicious drink.
Tastes good.
Mm-hmm. It's delicious.
Is bourbon a whiskey? I'm not a.
It's
booze
bourbon.
guys.
It's bourbon whiskey. So bourbon is specific to
What's a special whiskey?
a certain type. Yeah.
Is it like one of those Kentucky things?
Yes, it's a.
Yeah,
but you
they
know,
do
it's
it in Tennessee.
It's branched.
Okay.
It's branched out since the old
But
days.
then there's Canadian whiskey, right?
Yeah.
Canadian Mist.
Is that like a Canadian tuxedo? Like it's just Molson beer.
In a denim jacket.
Right. Some crunched up maple leaves in there.
Are beer koozies in Canada just little denim jackets?
Yeah.
That would be awesome if that were the
perfect.
case.
I mean, if they don't have that at their tourism bureau, they're missing out.
Trademark. Speaking of which, guys, I hate to mention this, but can I take off a little early today?
Wow. Again.
Well, as you know, I lost my life savings betting on the Eagles.
I know,
That's right,
I know,
I heard, yeah,
I know. The
And
stupid
those
Super
referees.
Bowl.
Screwed you.
So I'm online just trying to find a way to make extra money, make my life savings back. And I get on YouTube. And have you guys seen this video? It's called Baby Shark.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
love
figured
it.
as much because it's got like 4 trillion views.
I know. And
they got to make like $1 for each view. So I'm looking at it. I'm like, this is how I do it.
okay.
I write the next Baby Shark.
I would
Perfect.
love it if you did.
Yeah.
So that's what I've done.
Okay.
And Can I workshop it?
Yeah,
Wow,
please.
absolutely.
I'd love to hear it.
So my earworm obnoxious kid song is called Crap Nap. It
Cool.
goes, well, something like this. First you take a crap, then you take a nap, crap nap, crap nap, crap nap. Then you take a toke, then you tell a joke, toke, joke, toke, joke, toke, joke.
Whoa,
Beer,
whoa.
then you try and steer, beer steer, beer steer, beer steer.
Oh, come on.
You gotta
It's already
stop.
in my head forever now.
There's like 18 more verses though.
Are there really?
Then you lick a frog, then you kick a dog, frog dog,
No,
frog dog. frog dog.
no. Those things do not
Okay.
rhyme.
Well, you don't
I
want
may have
to.
gone too far.
And you don't want to put violence in there. You
Yeah.
can have people. If it catches on, people will be kicking dogs.
That's true. You don't
Yeah.
want little kids kicking dogs.
No, you got to
No.
take that verse out at
Okay.
least.
There's,
Yeah.
there's plenty more where that came from.
Oh,
I'm
all right.
sure.
But I got to meet with the videographers and the choreographer.
Are you going to
'cause there's
dress
a
up
dance.
for this?
They didn't Baby Shark, so I think we have to.
Wow.
So
Okay.
as
we-
a crap
As
or
a frog?
nap?
Yeah, or as a crap.
Yeah.
Like
No.
a shit emoji?
Oh, gross.
All right.
What?
What's wrong with you guys?
You're the one who said crap nap. Oh, jeez. Anyway.
It's a verb, not a noun.
Oh,
See,
Well.
we're teaching kids.
Oh.
that
It's
sounds like
actually
a
kinda both.
noun, though, right? Like that. It's a name of something. It's a
thing.
name of something, right?
But it's
a
also an
proper
action.
name.
It's also an action.
It's a crap
Well,
nap.
I'm using it as a verb
okay.
and not a noun.
Okay.
Not
All
to
right,
get
kids.
Too much in the weeds on this, but
You know, we could, if you did this, we could put this in our kids section, and the kids could come in and rent it.
it's amazing. We should do that.
So,
I love it.
We'll do that. I'll let you know next week.
You can do an adult version. We can put it behind the swinging doors.
yeah.
That may sell even better
You
Boob
might.
tube, boob tube, boob
in
tube.
the German section.
We'll make it black and white.
Now it's getting dark. Like now we're going down like some real BDSM things, boys. If it's gonna
Yeah.
be German, you know that the latex is coming out.
Yo,
Hey, what's going on?
I am in a pinch. I'm in a crunch.
Oh, no, what happened?
Listen, do y'all sell VHS tapes
Absolutely.
We are the last video store on the left.
and DVDs?
Yes.
Some.
Well, my DVD player broke.
Good.
All I can use now is VHS tapes, and I got a date.
Oh,
Oh,
great.
hot date.
I got a hot date.
Wonderful. Well, you have come to the right place because we are flush with VHS.
Well, I need something that can, you know what I'm saying, kind of set the mood, you know what I'm saying, make things nice and a little smooth,
So
you know how that
maybe-
goes?
all right.
So maybe you could get your Mac on?
That's what I'm talking about. What y'all got for me to get my Mac on?
Yeah.
Well, now that you mention it, there is something that's kind of comforting and kind of sets the tone in a very kind of nostalgic 80s kind of way. I'm thinking we go with
Boomerang.
close, not quite, but I'm gonna say the 1988 classic Mac and Me.
Mac and me.
Yeah, wait, can we just
Yeah.
pause for a second? Can we just pause? I'm
I think
sorry.
one of the mayor's friends is out.
Yeah,
I
all
know.
of my mayor's, all of the mayor's friends are always out and about.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
exactly. Sorry, we just got distracted. Sorry, sir.
Listen, I know it's kind of hectic around here, but
yeah, but Mac and Me. That's where we were going with this.
I never heard of that. What is that about?
So if there is, so Mac and Me is interesting because to say it's like a thinly veiled rip-off of E.T. is kind of putting it very, very lightly. It's
Got aliens in it.
It's a
Yeah.
blatant.
I know.
rip-off.
I don't want a movie with aliens in it.
Yeah.
That is not going to turn my woman on.
But
I need
it's
something
a-
Hear
that'll
us
turn
out.
my
Hear
woman
us
on.
Yeah,
out.
but you gotta
Just
hear us out.
Yeah, you gotta hear us out because this movie was made specifically to woo women.
Really?
Yeah, it was because it's about a family that moves across the country because of the sadness and the loss of a parent.
Well, yeah, okay,
Right?
yeah.
I mean,
That's
really,
that's in there. Yeah.
right. So it's gonna bring you closer because you're gonna watch a little bit of like tragedy befall this family, but that's not what the story's about. It's not it. They're gonna.
I was going to say, you know what they say about picking up women at funerals.
This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right.
see,
So
okay.
it's
So
kinda
maybe
a
we should
little-
get something about a death. of a funeral, like something at a funeral.
But it's the sympathy that we're going
Yeah,
for.
exactly.
And this movie's got a lot of sympathy in it. You feel sorry for the alien. You feel sorry for everyone involved in the making of this film. And you feel, you feel a lot of emotion.
There's a bit of a dance party in it, too. So you're going to be able to get up and, like, get closer.
Well, if I'm going to do that, why don't I just get Dirty Dancing?
Okay.
Well, you came to us for our advice.
Well, all right, I'm sorry, but I'm trying to get a good movie here, okay? I just want a good movie.
It's like going to an oracle, right? You might not understand what the oracle is saying to you. You just have to trust that they've given you the thing that's best for you, right?
I think
Mac and me.
Yeah, so let us just talk to
okay,
you.
put
We're
that
just
in the
going to
bag.
tell you.
In the bag.
Yeah.
Here's how I feel. If you want to make yourself look great with this girl that you're trying to woo, the best thing you can do is show her this movie, because after she watches this movie, you're going to look like the biggest genius, richest guy, sexiest guy in the world after she watches this movie.
You go in there with Boomerang. She knows where you're coming
That is true,
Right.
because
And
that's a bit too obvious, right? If I
gonna
go
shove
with Boomerang,
it
that's a bit
down.
too obvious.
Yeah.
You
I'll
bring
say
Mac
something
and me,
like-
she's
Also,
like,
you don't want Eddie Murphy to get all the attention.
Right.
That is true. That
right.
mustache is stunning.
It is.
That's true. Mine don't look that way.
He's
You know, if they say I look like a cross between Samuel L. Jackson and Lawrence Fishburne.
Really?
That's what they say.
Okay.
I have a hard time telling them apart in movies.
Do you?
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah. With
Lawrence
or with
Fishburne
or
got
without
a
the
really
Kangol?
big head.
that is true.
Yeah.
Like, big head.
Samuel L.
true.
Jackson kind of does too.
But it's like a
Yeah.
blockhead. They're completely different shaped
It's
heads.
got like a peanut head where Lawrence Fishburne is like a cinder block.
Yeah,
So
like he's
That
got
is
like the
true.
biggest melon.
That is true.
Yeah.
him and
So-
Ben Affleck are like, dude, it's me.
Yeah, but Affleck had that like square head too, though a little bit more like Samuel L. Jackson. Like they've got that similar like square head versus the round like melon head.
Right, it's like square, and then it like flows right into their jaw.
Yeah.
Right,
Exactly.
I get it. Like a blockhead.
And do you wonder
SpongeBob.
sometimes what happens to Lawrence Fishburne? He looks back at himself and he's like, "Wow, I used to have like my jaw and my neck weren't connected."
And now it's connected.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
I noticed that.
Okay, Mac and me. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
Mac and
Getting
me.
old
I
sauce.
think that's gonna work.
Yeah.
Now that's from a hot date.
Yeah. So
All right.
listen. So this is what happens. They move out. They're going across the country. They get stopped in the middle of the desert because there's been a crash landing. Oh wait, it starts on another planet.
No, yeah.
It starts
jumping ahead.
totally on another planet. It starts on another
And
planet.
it's the weirdest fucking planet you've ever seen in your life. It's just a desert that
Yeah.
they probably filmed in somewhere in
In
the
the
United
desert.
In the
States.
desert.
I would think it would be Mars, but
Right.
because Mars is a desert planet, but Saturn is clearly like 2 blocks away.
It's a moon.
Hey,
It's a
have you
moon
ever
and
seen that
Saturn.
movie with Matt Damon where he goes to Mars and he eats his own doo-doo and makes potatoes?
That's
I
right. I
wouldn't
have.
watch it. It looked real slow.
Talk about
Yeah.
crap nap.
Ah, that is a crap nap.
So these aliens get sucked up into the Mars rover. So they get sucked into the Mars rover, and the Mars rover
like a
comes
vacuum
home.
cleaner. It's very cartoony.
They have elastic bodies.
Oh yeah. Apparently
yeah,
they have
do
elastic
stretch.
bodies.
That's
They
right.
do stretch.
But their mouths are permanently
Like
in.
this.
Butthole.
Oh, like a hole.
Yeah, literally. Like,
Yeah.
But it looks.
I
like
like where you guys are going with this from
You know
my
what I
date.
mean? You know what I mean?
I like where you're going
After
with
she
this. I mean,
watches
it's
this
just
movie,
like yes,
It's
yes,
all but done.
Yes.
and they walk with their pelvises out. So it's sort of like they're presenting, like they're presenting with their pelvis when they walk.
I kind of walk
very
like
weird.
that too.
Okay.
Yeah, so this makes sense.
Yeah.
So they're basically strutting. This whole movie, they're strutting around
With their little butthole
stuff
mouth.
out,
Woo,
and
and
their
they go-
butthole mouth. Yeah, they do some kind of weird whistle
It's
thing.
weird.
It could be a sex chant. Who knows? I don't
There's
know.
a
It's
baby and
communication.
like a teenager alien and a mom and dad, and they all get sucked up, and they come back to Earth, and they're in the science lab, and the scientists are like, "There's an anomaly in that thing," and they're like, "We've cleaned it out." And he goes, "No, there's an anomaly." Next thing you know, here come the aliens bursting out of the machine.
Ooh.
I know.
This is kind of scary.
No, wait a minute. This is kind of sexy.
They put him on the glass.
You would think it's sexy,
do.
and then you see it.
They put him on the glass. That one alien comes running up to the glass and he goes, "Ah!" and he sticks himself right to it. So, there might be something sexy about that.
That is extremely sexy.
See?
Yeah.
So they get separated. The baby one runs off, and the parents end up in the desert,
It's not really clear.
a different desert.
There's a lot of chaos
Yeah,
in
there's
in
a
the
lot of
room.
commotion.
There's a lot of explosions, a lot of commotion, and the baby gets separated and runs off, and then the other three also run off, but in a different direction, and then they're going in the desert, and the baby gets
Hit
inside
by a
of
car.
No, he gets inside of
But
something.
he hits. He.
Eventually,
Oh.
but he
Wait
gets
a minute.
hides
A
in
baby
something.
gets hit by a car.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
but
You want me
violent.
to watch a movie with a baby getting hit by a
No,
car?
but he's an alien.
But she can
Oh.
see you react to that and be like, "Oh my God, he's so worried
I'm
about
so
this baby."
sensitive.
You're
Yeah.
so
And
sensitive.
I'm an emotional, vulnerable
That's right.
Vulnerable.
creature.
You
And
You
that's
guys got
exactly what I need.
You got to scooch up closer together because his baby just got hit by a car.
Mm-hmm.
But remember,
Oh.
they have elastic bodies, so the baby's not really hurt. It's just kind of a weird moment.
So wait a minute. Elastic body? You know what that
Hey,
represents?
man,
The rubber.
That's what I was gonna say, but it seemed too
I
obvious.
didn't. It seemed too obvious, but no, it wasn't as obvious as it seemed.
Rubber body.
That's
It's
like
even in
right.
the word. It's in the
Mr.
title.
Fantastic,
yeah, I went Mr.
Plastic
Fantastic.
Man.
Yeah.
Exactly. Rubber. So the alien baby ends up in a minivan full of this mom and her 2 sons moving across the country because their dad died. So the sons are what, 8 or 10 and 15, 16?
Yeah, something like that. I would say 10 and 15.
Okay. So they move in the new neighborhood. They're making friends with the neighbors, and this little alien jumps out of the back seat and runs in the house. The neighbor kid sees it run in the house. The mom thinks that the son, who's like 10,
He's
is
in a
losing
wheelchair, by the way.
this
Oh.
is actually something pretty cool in the 80s that they cast.
He actually wasn't an actor that they put in a wheelchair. The actor actually had spina bifida in real life.
And was
So
in a wheelchair, like
they-
he used the chair in real life. I
Right.
just feel like so many
So they
opportunities.
cast him. They actually and he cast him as a handicapped, kid in the movie.
Handicapable.
Handicapable. Thank you.
Wait a minute.
That's
Is that the new word now?
No, I don't know if that
Oh.
really is. No, I don't know if that really is. But
Challenged.
no,
No.
no.
Oh, all right.
Mm-mm.
Sorry.
I don't know what the word is, but the point is that they don't even cast actual people in wheelchairs now to be in wheelchairs. The whole thing on Glee, that TV show Glee, there's a kid in a wheelchair on that show, and I don't think he was really injured. I could be wrong.
Yeah, like when they did that new Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs movie, and they hired like well-known actors, and they just like superimposed the actors' faces on small bodies.
Onto like the
Like
little people
that was
bodies.
so insulting. I'm like, you could have hired actual little people actors, like they used to do.
So
It was crazy, man.
Exactly.
Like in the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, just like
Yes.
Wizard of Oz.
or
They've been doing it, man.
Time Bandits.
Yeah,
Willow.
Willow. Yep.
Lord of the Rings. Well, no.
Maybe.
No, I think they were also made with.
Well, Sean
CGI.
Astin's just small anyway.
Yeah. So it was kind of cool to see them using a differently abled person in the
Yeah.
movie in the chair.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Because there's a scene where he goes down the hill.
Oh,
no.
speaking of going down, this might be the movie that I want.
Well, maybe.
No, it's the movie you're getting. So
Okay, I'm gonna
you
get
need to like solidify that one in your brain.
Okay, so
we're the Oracle.
put it in the bag.
Just pretend that you're Lawrence Fishburne and
Yeah.
we're the Oracle, and
All
this is
right.
the Matrix, and
But
we're
we're gonna
giving
tell
you
you
this.
everything that happens in this movie before you
Okay,
leave.
I know. I'm here. I'm listening.
I want you to be fully aware of what you're getting into.
I want to know.
Fully aware.
What happens next?
I don't know. See, this
So-
is where you get lost in this movie, and you might get some makeout time. Go ahead.
So, once they get into their new home, which is beautiful, by the way, and Dad must have had a nice pension before he croaked.
Oh yeah, the mom moved to
Oh.
California to work at Sears.
That's right.
And she
Yeah.
moved to California to work at Sears.
Yeah.
Yeah, at
There
Sears.
wasn't no Sears down the street wherever they was from. She had to go all the way to
Chicago.
California to get to
Chicago.
a Sears.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were from Chicago. and
Ain't
they-
the Sears in Chicago?
Yeah.
Ain't the headquarters in Chicago?
Yeah. Is it the Sears Tower in Chicago? No, she had to move to California and wherever the hell they were from, or move
LA,
somewhere outside of LA.
LA.
Yeah.
So they move in, they're checking out the house, and there's a lot of ET parallels, we'll say.
True.
Parallels is putting it lightly. This is a flat-out carbon copy, but
I think the lawyer said, how close can we get before being sued? Just to the word.
So it was kind of like you guys got McDonald's and we got McDowell's.
That's right. Oh man,
Yeah.
man, don't get me started.
No idea how close you are. Right
You
now.
are so correct right now. So here's a little tidbit, a little factoid. McDonald's and Coca-Cola actually backed this film.
And when you watch it, you'll know that.
It's obvious.
Really?
Yeah.
You will know that.
So they move into this home.
They're checking it out, and the boys are checking out their rooms, and there's one of the showers is on. All that hot water, all that energy being wasted, and so
In
the
California.
boy goes to check it out, and he sees little footprints, little alien footprints. So he follows them around.
There's like freshwater footprints through the whole house, all the way out the deck, into the backyard.
It's ridiculous. For a ridiculous long period of time.
So they're getting glimpses of this alien, and there's a kind of a they live bit going on with the older brother, where he puts on glasses and he sees the alien in the door kind of peeking around, and he takes them off and the alien's gone. Puts them back on and the alien's there again.
Ooh.
And he takes them off.
Yeah, it's
and then
cute.
It's gone.
It was.
Is it?
It's yeah, it was cute. I thought it was cute. Considering.
2 years before they live, so
And they don't wear any clothes. They're just
yeah,
flesh
there you go.
beings.
Buck
Two years-
half
2 years.
naked.
Yeah,
I
After
love
they
that
lived.
aspect.
I know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think They Live was first.
Oh,
It wasn't
My
like
bad.
82,
My bad.
wasn't it?
No,
They
They
Live?
Live.
84?
86.
86 is They Live?
Pretty sure.
I thought it was like
I think it
84
was
or 85.
87.
87.
Okay.
Well, Mackie was.
Roddy
88.
Piper was in WrestleMania 3 before taking off to go shoot movies. So.
Okay. All
Okay.
right. We can base it on the wrestling timeline. Thank you.
Yes, we can.
So,
I think this might be the one.
yeah. Well, just wait.
I just gotta know. I gotta know like what happens.
I'm going to tell you.
yeah.
So, as we were,
We're gonna tell you so you can get your groove on while she's invested in the movie.
so
That's how we do it.
this movie was sponsored, funded by, underwritten by McDonald's and Coca-Cola. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. McDonald's, they probably wrote the script. I
No.
don't even know. But McDonald's.
So what I'm wondering, here's what I'm wondering. I'm wondering if, because they never call the alien by his name,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm wondering if calling him Mac was McDonald's idea.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even make that connection
know.
until you just brought that up right
I
now.
never thought about
I
it.
didn't even make the connection.
Isn't that crazy?
And they just randomly call the little baby Mac at one point. And they're like,
No.
Mac.
No, the wheelchair bound son is like he just came up with a weird acronym, and it was like
Was there an acronym?
modular
Oh.
something creature.
Oh
It
my.
was like modular articulated creature. Like it did not make sense.
I missed that part.
Yeah.
All I heard him say is
It's-
Mac.
Instead of extraterrestrial.
That was the writers at the last minute. Quick,
Yeah.
we gotta figure something out.
Exactly.
Ooh.
It was ridiculous.
We need that McDonald's money.
So
So they go to sleep, you know, first night in their new home, and they're all excited, and mom's got to work tomorrow, and
At Sears.
they wake up, and Mac basically moved the desert into the house.
Yeah. He has a thing with straws because their mouths don't do anything but this.
but make the straws.
Make the
just
little,
a-
the open
So-
hole.
Yeah, the butthole mouth. It's that.
Yeah.
It's just that. That's it. The whole movie. So they don't really have. They can't talk. They can only whistle, and they use straws a lot. They like to suck on straws a lot.
I'm liking this movie more
know what I mean?
and more
Yeah.
as the
So
more
they-
you tell me about it.
They get up the next morning, and the coffee table is filled with like all these straws and dirt, and on their planet they would suck
the moisture out of the ground through the straws.
out of the ground through the straws. I guess that's how they survived.
There were no lakes.
I
Just look
guess
like
not.
desert. There's not a whole lot of
Oh, yeah,
backstory.
you said it
Yeah,
was
there's
de-
not
you
a
said
lot
it
of
was
backstory.
desert, yeah.
Apparently, they're gonna live on
But-
Coca-Cola.
So he yeah
So-
he fucked this house right up. I mean he like
But it
started
looked
drilling holes in
nice.
walls and
It was so pretty with
It
the
was.
desert inside, but the mom was pissed.
well no he drilled holes in the walls. He cut a hole in the door. So the
Okay.
mom wakes up and they wake up and they see this house in complete disaster. And of course they blame the kid in the wheelchair because why wouldn't you?
Well, he woke up early, so he
woke up
checked
early, yeah.
everything out, and he like picked up one of the power tools that
Yeah.
cut the front door.
And you're like, why would you do this? He's like, I didn't do it. It's the little Martian. And they're like, the Martian. So they don't believe him. Obviously, he's acting out because his dad's gone and they moved across.
But
the
the
country.
neighbor girl saw the Martian.
Yeah.
And she saw him run down the hill. Is this when he goes after
So
him?
Yep.
it's got every element that E.T. has. It's got a mom without a dad, 2 boys. The girl is the neighbor kid, so that's how they don't get sued there.
And they like to put the kid's hair in pigtails, just like that little Drew Barrymore.
Right, and he left a trail of straws to try to lure the alien in rather than a trail of Reese's Pieces.
Yeah, he left
mean,
water.
When we say they went through the script of E.T. and went as close, they did.
Not even that. They had bags of Skittles.
Yeah.
They had
Oh,
empty
yeah.
bags of Skittles. So
They-
again, instead of Reese's Pieces.
They did that copy replace Reese's Pieces.
Yeah.
Replaced with Skittles.
Yeah, exactly.
They had to have a bike scene or something.
Instead of a bike scene, he's on his wheelchair.
Oh, whole movie, yeah.
So he goes down the hill.
So after his mom reams him out for destroying the house, he goes outside because no one believes me. I can't believe this. I'm going outside to get some air. He goes outside, and they are apparently on the edge of a very large cliff
Over a lake?
over a lake. So he gets a little too close to the edge of the cliff.
It's like a quarry.
Yeah, it's
Basically.
like it's massive, and his wheelchair just starts going, and he can't stop. The brake snaps off in his hand, and he's careening down this hill, and then all of a sudden he just shoots off the cliff, and they film this, and it's hysterical. It's hysterically bad, and you just see this wheelchair and this dummy flying through the air.
And it's obviously a dummy.
Oh man. And he just smacks into that water, and you're just like, what the fuck did I just watch?
And then the alien goes in after him and saves his life and pushes him up on the shore. And then the mom goes to work and the kids go back home. Is that what happens?
Well,
Thereabouts.
something. Well, it's funny.
They drive her to work. They both drive her to work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but then what
But
happens?
The eldest.
I don't remember. I don't remember.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Oh, hello, everybody. How are you?
Mildred.
Hi, how
Hi.
you doing?
You know,
You look a little flushed, dear. Are you okay?
it's hot in here today.
Okay. How many fingers am I holding up?
None.
Oh, you're quick. You're a quick one. You're a quick one. Oh, well, I just figured I'd get out of the house. My grandsons are building themselves up to the staminas for the tournaments, playing the video games.
They sound wonderful.
Well, they have a goal, and they're working hard at it, so you can't be mad at them. They could be out there spray painting penises on buildings or something, whatever the kids do.
Those kids these days. Glad they're not doing that, right?
Well, to each their own. I mean, they the shapes are nice. So, well, you guys look busy. I'm going to go in the back and look for something today.
All right. Let us know if you have any questions.
All right, though.
So this movie, it's kind of I want to say a rotating or evolving script, but the same things basically happen. It's kind of hide and seek with the alien. None of the parents, none of the grown-ups see it, but the alien keeps getting the little kids in trouble.
Yeah.
I got a question.
Yes, sir.
If they drink the moisture out of the dirt in the desert, but there's a big lake that the kid fell in,
Yeah.
why didn't he just get water from the lake?
You're being way too logical, man.
Because he'd rather drink Coca-Cola from a straw.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
who
from the
wouldn't?
water, from the dirt.
Well, I mean, the kids get them hooked on the Coca-Cola.
Yeah. The kids
it's like
get him
they get
hooked.
so this is about an alien hooked on coke.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
All right.
That's a pretty good synopsis.
And you know what you like to do on Coke?
Yeah,
So this is right up.
this is perfect.
Perfect date
Which
movie.
leads us to our dance scene.
Well, before we get to the dance scene, the kid falling off the cliff in the wheelchair, I just got to mention it. So for about a decade, every single time Paul Rudd went on Conan O'Brien to pitch his new movie, he would say, "Oh, you got a clip for us?" And every time, as straight as can be, Paul Rudd would be like, "Yeah, I got a clip from my new movie, no matter what the movie." And they would play this scene of the kid falling off the cliff in his wheelchair into the water. And it was hilarious. And then, after the third or fourth time, Conan would be like, "Look, don't play that dumb clip that you play every time." And he would be like, "No, seriously, this is from my new movie. I'm sorry. And then again, he did this for like 10 years.
You get him every time, huh?
There's a couple YouTube clips you can find where they have them all lined up, and it's hilarious.
So funny.
It's like Lucy and Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
right.
With
The
with the football, right?
So
The neighbors, the cute girl neighbor, her older sister just happens to work at Mickey D's.
oh, that's right, with her weirdo tight pants and her green shirt.
Brown,
And
ugly brown McDonald's pants.
She's in her uniform like the whole
All the
movie,
time. Yeah.
every single scene.
yeah.
And I'll say this, man, if you're looking to get go down like memory lane and some nostalgia, all the McDonald's stuff, it's like definitely, wow, I remember all that. I remember those shirts. I remember that.
So wait, the power goes out. There was a power surge. Why was there a power surge?
The aliens have like power energy
Yeah,
powers.
they can control energy or something.
They can turn the TV on just by touching it,
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
if it's not plugged in.
So what happened to the power? Because that's what got the feds there.
I think the little alien just touched a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
So there was a power surge in the neighborhood, and the men in black show up.
Okay.
Which were the ones that had been searching the cars when they were moving out there. They had gotten their car searched in the desert when all this first happened.
And the Men in Black showed up.
Yeah,
So
so
this
the
is
Men
kind
in
of like a
Black-
cross promotion movie with Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones.
Way before
I wish.
that. Way
I really
before
wish.
that.
So they-
yeah,
so
not
the-
quite. It was
the
before
different
Will
one.
Smith got his Men in Black suit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So they show up and they're asking all sorts of questions, and the kids are onto them. The kids know that these are the guys, and now they're after the alien. Well, the little brother is supposed to go to a birthday party with the little girl next door, and they weren't going to take. They had to do something with the alien, but now they can't leave the alien because the Men in Black are there. So he had brought, because they're from Chicago, he brought a stuffed Cubs
Ooh, I got
bear.
that. Like, yeah.
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 So they open up the Cubs stuffed animal and rip out the stuffing and put the suit on the alien. So the alien now looks like a giant
Much
teddy
like
bear.
they did when they had to take E.T. trick-or-treating.
And put the wig on him.
Yeah, or the ghost sheet or whatever.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
So he's got this ridiculous cub outfit with these eyes cut out,
Yep.
and obviously it's not a kid. You can tell it's an alien, but
And didn't they say it was like a new toy with like
yeah,
new microchips?
like a Teddy Ruxpin with microchips or something.
Yeah, exactly. He blamed it on his program.
And
He
the
said
mothers,
something.
obviously, all the adults in these movies are completely idiot. They're just completely stupid and just idiots. So they're like, "Oh, interesting. I don't know what you kids do."
So they go to a McDonald's. Now, fun fact, this McDonald's is like a corporate headquarters, like a testing McDonald's. It's
Yeah.
like their corporate.
So this McDonald's isn't open to the public. It's where they film commercials and stuff. But so because they're funding this movie, they're like, we're gonna have a scene at a McDonald's
they pull up.
It is the most amazing McDonald's
you've ever been to in your life.
It's a nice McDonald's.
There was like an
It's-
atrium and
Yeah.
plants.
And it's like Breaking 2
Electric Boogaloo, yeah.
just crashed right into this.
Yeah.
So
movie.
they pull up. Now, again, the Men in Black are following them. I don't know why the Men in Black suspected them of anything. They just did.
Yeah.
So the Men in Black follow them, but they get to McDonald's and there's all these little kids like breakdancing
In the parking lot.
lot.
Like a
As you
lot of
do.
kids.
Hey,
As you do.
yeah, like 20
because
kids.
because when you go to McDonald's, that's what you always see out in front of a McDonald's. Some
It's a
kids
bunch of-
breakdancing.
And it's like 1990. Is this when this was?
That's
19-
88.
88.
But
So
it
it's
doesn't
like-
matter because like there's when we see there's a lot of kids, there's like the whole town of kids is just there hanging out with boom boxes and
And
breakdancing.
high tops and
High
like
tops.
And like bows in their head, like girls
neon
with side
clothes.
ponytails. Jennifer Aniston is one of those children.
She was in this?
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
just one of the extras that are dancing.
no way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and who's the redhead?
Oh, Cox?
Yeah,
Nikki Cox.
is also in it, and she's like 5, like
Redheaded
crazy.
girl,
Redhead
yeah.
Nikki Cox. She was from some TV shows in the 80s
And
and
90s, yeah.
Married to
Whatever, I don't know.
Courtney.
Jay Moore. I think she was married to
Jay Moore, yeah.
Oh,
Uh,
yikes.
I love Jay Moore. Anywho, so in this scene, it's a birthday party at McDonald's, but they break out into a choreographed dance.
Oh, yeah, it's
As
ridiculous.
people do at
Yeah,
McDonald's
yeah, for sure.
at birthday parties. And the teddy bear dances on the countertop.
Now, the Teddy Bear decides, I want to get in on this fun. So the Teddy Bear does
Drinks
this
a full Coca-Cola.
and does this weirdo space flip all the way across the people onto the bar at McDonald's, and then just starts doing this ridiculously weird, awful dance in his teddy bear outfit, and everyone's freaking out, yay! But the Men in Black are like, oh my god, we got to get that teddy bear.
And they get out of the car, the Men in Black, with these like cat carriers.
Yeah.
But they're like metal bars. It's like a metal bar cat carrier. Like, they're going to put this baby alien. Like, no one would have if that alien had not been in a bear outfit and those guys came in and were like, we've come to save you from the alien. We're taking him. No one would have let that happen. No one at all.
Not after that dance.
No, that's
That's something I think we should do more in life. Just choreograph dances.
Yeah.
Like West Side Story. Just break out into a song and dance.
it's so crazy.
They should have flash mobs at like Burger King and McDonald's.
This is the only time in the whole movie that this happens too.
Yeah, it's weird.
Just
the
that
only
one
time-
time?
that's
the
one
just
time.
One time they just break out into a dance?
Yep. And then, so they escape. They escape the Men in Black.
It's like a solid 5-minute dance.
It is. It's a long
It
time.
was
The older sister. Oh, does the brother show up or the older
I don't know.
sister? They all go back
But
to
they got to
the
escape
house?
They got to escape the McDonald's, and then I think the kids help them escape, and the Men in Black can't get to them, and they're in some weirdo are they in the minivan with blinds in it? And
Yeah, and so the whole time the baby's whistling. He's whistling.
That's how he communicates.
yeah, so his parents
Yeah.
are still lost in the desert, but they can hear each other's whistles.
So they backtrack. The baby had found some magazine and left clues on the table by ripping out magazine pages. One of them was a page of horses. Another was a page of like somebody selling insurance, but it was like an obvious like branding thing.
So you just let your girlfriend figure this out.
Yeah,
while you're putting your arm around her.
yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
boring. So that's how they find the parents and the other alien sister
That
in the
was
desert.
his E.T. phone home moment.
Right.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So they end up in the desert and they find the family in a cave. The family's in a cave.
Yes.
Yeah, the family's
Yeah.
in a cave. They
Like a
find 'em.
mine.
Yeah, in an old miner shaft.
Old mine. Yeah, straight
And,
out of Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, straight out of Scooby Doo. So they go into the mining shaft to find them, armed with
Coca-Cola?
cans of
Coca-Colas.
Coca-Cola and straws. How do you revive dead aliens?
Is that and they brought them back alive?
Brought
Yeah,
them
of
back to
course.
life completely.
That was kind of
Coca-Cola.
a dark scene, though.
It was dark, but thank God they had Coca-Cola trademark.
Because the brothers, like, carrying Lil Mac. Not to be confused with the Mike
Punch-Out.
Tyson Punch-Out character.
Everyone was Mac.
Maybe that's why he
Maybe.
wasn't called Little Mac.
Did McDonald's sponsor Punch Out?
And so he's carrying him on his back, and depending on the shot, it's either a little person in the suit, or it's like a puppet, or it's an animatronic.
I think it's a kid in a suit.
Sometimes it's a little person, sometimes it's a kid. 'Cause
Yeah.
sometimes it looks like it's running like a kid, and sometimes
Okay.
it looks like it's running like a little person.
Yeah.
So they're going down the mine shaft, and they come into an opening, and there's just like 3 aliens looking like they're dead, laying on the floor, and Mac is like looking at them. It's like, wow, that's pretty harsh
Yeah.
for a kids movie.
Yeah. It got pretty serious
Yeah.
there quickly. But
Well, they saved
But
them.
yeah, they saved
luckily they had Coke with them.
They had Coke.
So-
You know, the Coke revived
And
them, woke them right up.
and extra straws.
So they get in the minivan and they're driving back to.
The house?
Where are they on their way to? I can't remember because they end up at the
See
store.
what I mean?
that
This is
blows
make
up.
out movie all over.
I'm telling
Yeah.
you, this is I love it.
Somehow or another, they end up wherever the explosion happens. Where's the explosion?
It's a store
Yeah, but why are they in the store?
to get supplies.
Oh, they-
Maybe they ran out of Coke.
Whatever it
Were they
is,
trying
they
to
end
get
up in
Coke?
the.
Build
they-
a ship to no, they weren't.
No, they end up in. For some reason, they end up in the store and it explodes.
Well, it's
No, they're going someplace. They get them out of the cave, and they're going into the store to get something. I think they get some supplies, and the adult aliens just end up walking in the store. Like they don't understand that they're aliens, and they don't understand that people are gonna freak out. They just start walking in the store and going shopping with their
weird-ass
weirdo.
walk.
Yeah,
With their wieners out.
yeah, and everyone
Not
just
really.
starts freaking out, and the security guards come up and they're like, "Freeze!" And they grab the security guard's gun because they don't know what it is.
right.
And the
That's
older
right.
brot's like, they're gonna hurt
Yeah,
you."
don't shoot them. Then the
That's
men
right.
in
It gets
black
real
show
dramatic.
up. Yeah, it gets
Yeah.
real dramatic.
Yeah, there's like a shootout in a grocery store, which hits a little bit too close to home in America these days,
Yeah. Yeah.
unfortunately.
Is a shootout in the grocery store?
Kind of, yeah.
Sort of. Well, everyone leaves, and the aliens come out, and they set up like a perimeter, and then I think the kid in a wheelchair wants to save him, so he wheels out there to save him, and he doesn't get shot, but he gets hurt.
No, and the explosion.
He explodes. Yeah.
So there's an errant shot that goes into the supermarket, and apparently they carried TNT because that place goes up like boom.
Maybe it was a fireworks
Some
factory.
nervous, some nervous rookie. Yeah.
TNT.
Or
What is it?
Yeah.
What was it? An Acme? What was this?
It might as well have been.
Explosion looked
It
like
might
it.
as well have been.
Yeah, because then
right.
and because it is 88, there's like a gel of like the kid in the wheelchair, like a black gel, obviously over like the video, because it's like bad animation of like
Yeah.
a wheelchair kid like dead in the parking lot.
So yeah.
Well, originally in that scene, kind of famously, there's a police officer that like trips over the edge of the cop car and accidentally shoots the kid through his chest,
oh,
and the kid dies.
oh,
And in the theatrical cut, the one that we rent out in our store, that scene's cut, and you see the police officer start to trip, but it just kind of cuts to the store just exploding.
Wow, that explains the TNT.
And then
and
the
explains
kid,
the wound on his chest.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm like,
Yeah.
when he heals him, okay, spoiler. Apparently they have healing powers. They can bring the dead back because they whistle some tune. They hold hands and they do light as a feather, stiff as a board, light as a feather. No, not really.
but they whistle a tune.
They
Yeah.
did. Well, I don't call it a tune,
And
but
they
they
bring 'em
whistle.
back.
and they do a weird hand gesture.
Yeah.
It's like the opposite of this. It's just this. And they bring him back to life. So they bring the wheelchair kid back to life. He had a name. What was that kid's name?
Wheelchair kid.
No. He was a little brother.
Actually, I do know the name. It's Eric.
Oh.
Ah,
look
Boy,
at that.
wasn't that annoying to hear
Yeah.
over and over being yelled at?
Eric.
What'd you do to my house?
Oh,
Well, that was a dark scene that they cut for the video.
Yeah, it was pretty
Damn.
dark.
Like, yeah. So the aliens bring the kid back to life, and everybody's happy. And then the screen goes black, and it says 6 months later, right? 6
Something like
months?
that. Or
6 months? It's not that long. It's not that
a
long
few weeks
later.
later or something.
No, it's more than that.
Oh, they're
The
being
6 months.
Oh, yeah.
What?
They're being naturalized citizens. So they're
So
in a
it cuts
room.
to.
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
I
cuts
got some
to-
Puerto Rican friends that have a hard time getting citizenship, and these dudes got citizenship that fast.
That's exactly what. Yeah.
Yeah, so they're in the front row of this room of the city hall with the judge, like naturalizing the whole room, announcing all of them to be American citizens, and the whole family's dressed like Americans, like
Yeah, they got
with their bald head and their little
Like
butthole
19
mouths.
suits
That
and
is
dresses.
ridiculous.
Little hats, like the girl has a hat on her dumb bald head, and her ears wiggle around. They all kind of look like Sloth a little bit from Goonies.
They're all creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
They're off-putting.
they
So they're U.S. citizens now, and they apparently have driver's license because
they
after
all leave. This is the final shot in the movie. It's an aerial shot of the whole family leaving
in a
and it-
convertible pink Cadillac.
driving off into the sunset with the little boy and the neighbor in the pink Cadillac getting on the freeway in L.A. The
And then
aliens
there's
are driving.
The aliens are driving the
Driving
Cadillac.
in
Aliens
L.A.
Cadillac.
traffic.
yeah.
And then they have this big thought bubble that comes up out of the car that says, "What we'll be back."
Thank
Question
God.
mark?
Thank
Yeah,
God.
thank God they were not back.
So this is a makeout movie, is our point, sir.
I like
What's
it.
your name, by the way?
It's Roger.
Roger.
Oh, Roger.
Nice to meet you,
Welcome.
Roger. Yeah, I think that you'll be able to get busy to this movie because there's a lot of downtime.
Yeah,
It's a lot of
I
downtime
like this.
for you to focus, but then she'll be intrigued by the sentiment, by all the innuendo that's happening with the lips and the Coke and all.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So.
You might want to get some McDonald's too after. I think the subliminal
Yeah.
message might get to you.
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, it just seems all so perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it definitely got to me when I watched it recently. I didn't get the McDonald's, but I wanted the McDonald's.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit sounds good right now,
Ooh,
doesn't it?
I want to get some hash browns.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I think that was the dad's name.
Hash brown? That was the best.
Oh, that's funny. Well, I hope you enjoy this film.
Yeah,
Watch it in good health.
I'm going to watch it.
That's good.
Throw it in the bag.
Yeah, you got it.
And it's called Mac and Me, right?
Mac and Me.
Perfect.
Yep.
I love it.
Mac on me?
Mac.
Ah.
That's how I'm gonna present it.
Yeah. Okay,
Yes.
exactly. That's why I like it.
Perfect. And if that don't work out, then I'll come back and get American Me,
Yeah.
which is hopefully similar. But I appreciate you guys. You guys have been wonderful.
You
Wow,
too,
you too.
Roger. Thanks for
Yeah.
stopping in. We're here all the time. Come back any day.
Perfect. I love it.
Yeah. Take it easy.
All right.
See you
ya.
later.
All right.
Good luck.
Oh, that was nice.
That was nice.
I think he's totally gonna get lucky.
I feel like we really turned someone around tonight. You know, they
Yeah.
were going for the obvious, you know, with that sexy innuendo, and we gave them something under the radar.
Yep.
So-
Yeah,
You're just
Yeah.
kind of subverting expectations there.
true. It's so true. Something she wouldn't expect at all.
Yeah. I think that's great because, you know, he go easily with a over-the-top type movie where it's all this testosterone. But if you go for the more heartfelt stuff, I think that you're in there.
Yeah,
That's
I do
great.
too. I think that's a good choice. I think that was a good choice. Well, we're ready to wrap it up, kids?
Oh, hey, dears, how are you? I came back from the rooms, just looking around.
What'd you pick, Mildred?
I got this. It looks a foreign film. It's called The Sack and Me.
This
I'm gonna give it a shot. Who knows? It
might be
one-
French. Yeah,
It could be French.
I like it.
You know, I never really understood the French, but you know, my husband spent some time there in the war. He came back with all these new tricks. It was amazing.
Hopefully he didn't come back with any chlamydia or...
No, he said it was like some kind of chicken pox that he had. You know, all the soldiers got him. That's what he was saying.
Sounds about right, I'm sure.
All right, well, I'll let you know how it is, you know, and I'll rewind it as usual.
Bye, Mildred. Have a nice
Bye.
day.
Bye-bye.
I think that lady is really weird. She just stays back in that room all the time.
She likes that room, just like you like...
I like that room too. I thought it was my room. I thought you guys made it for me.
Well, we have to do business, Mayor.
All right. Yeah, and I understand. And I'll get out of here.
Well, thanks for the drink today. It was actually pretty tasty.
Oh, my Coke.
McCoke. Yeah,
It's my Coke. I like it.
it's delicious.
All right, you guys take it easy.
Bye.
See you, Mayor.
Well,
All right,
another pretty successful day.
I would say so.
I think I definitely want to start calling us the Oracle, though. Unless that's already taken?
I think that's
Probably taken.
Darn. Oh, well. I guess we can just go back and watch some Italian boob movies.
Nice. You gonna work on your Baby Shark song? Sweet.
Give us another verse on the way out the door.
Nah.
What? Oh. What about crap nap, crap nap, crap nap? I can't even remember how it goes. It's definitely no
Well,
Baby Shark.
First you take a crap, then you take a nap.
Ah,
Crap nap, crap nap, crap nap.
Okay. I like toke and joke, too, though. I think I'd like to leave and have a joke and a toke.
yeah. All right, let's get out of here.
Sounds good.
Oh, lock and leave it, boys.